All right, welcome back. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button, please, and thumb the video up. So this one is going to be a little bit different. I'm not welding anything. I'm not making anything out of wood. I'm not breaking anything. I think I'm going to take some time every now and again to talk about some stuff that I like, maybe once a week. I love books. So actually, I'm actually writing a book. I wasn't going to say anything about it until I was done, but I'm close to being done with the first draft. I got about 72,000 words. I think within the next month, I should be done with the first draft, and then it's on to revisions and maybe trying to find some proofreaders and that kind of stuff, get an editor, maybe look for an agent. I'm not sure how I'm going to go about trying to publish it yet. I think it's good enough to publish. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe as I get it revised, maybe I'll do little excerpts, just read like, half of a chapter just to see what you guys think in the comments. Because I really would like to get some beta readers, but I don't go out. I don't have time to deal with like reading groups and stuff like that. I mean, maybe something online, but I can really commit to any specific times with the kids and everything I do on the side and work, which is, I don't have any set time at my work. I just work until I'm done and then I go home. Anyway, what this video is about is I'm going to review one of my all-time favorite books. Well, actually, it's a saga, but it's the first book of a 10-book series. It's by Bernard Cornwell, and it's called The Last Kingdom. I believe the entire series is called The Saxon Stories. Now, I'm going to stay as spoiler-free as I can, but, in order to explain it, I got to go a little spoilery, but I'm not going to ruin the book for you. Okay? Because, first of all, the book is just like a smidgen. The whole story is tied together. It's a saga. The first book is just that, the beginning of the whole story. So the protagonist is a kid named Uhtred in the beginning, and he ends up being raised by Danes and learning the Viking way, the way of the sword, the way of the shield wall. Then something happens, and he ends up having to go to England, or to Wessex, more specifically. And he joins forces because he doesn't really have any other options. He joins forces with Alfred of Wessex, King Alfred at this point. And Alfred recognizes his worth as an ealdorman of Northumbria. He's been usurped. I can tell you that. He gets usurped. Bebbanburg gets usurped from him. And that's essentially what all 10 books are about, is him trying to get his Bebbanburg back. So Alfred recognizes the guy's worth. He knows down the road, because King Alfred has this grand idea or vision of England, or England, because in this book there's Northumbria, Mercia, East Anglia, Wessex, and I think there's Wales. There might be something else too. I can't remember all of them, but he has this vision of England, and so he recognizes that down the road, Uhtred, being an ealdorman of Northumbria, could be valuable to him. So he wants to keep him with him. So he marries him to a lady that's strapped in debt. And of course, he doesn't tell him about the debt. He ends up fighting for King Alfred. And the ironic part is they worship the old gods, Thor and Odin. Pagan. He's a pagan. I drew a blank there. He's a pagan, and he hates the Christian and Catholic way of life. He hates it. He hates the priests. He hates anything fun is a sin, and he likes to drink and whore and fight, and that's it. That's all he wants to do. Drink, whore, fight. He wants to Viking. He's a Viking. But he ends up serving and protecting the British or the English. And the story's not funny, but there is funny things that happen, and it's just ironic how he hates their way of life, but yet he's defending them. and all the things that happen. I'd be careful not to say too much. Is what I'm stopping. I don't want to, things happen to him, and then you're still like, man, why are you still with these guys? And then at times he even asks himself the same thing. And then you get into the whole inner struggle he has with being in control of his own life or owing it to somebody above him. Being like essentially a puppet on a string for someone higher than you. Sure, he may be able to rule his land, but who's pulling his strings? So I think that's essentially why he's fighting with the English, because he knows at some point at least he'll be in charge of his own land if he can ever take it back. As to where if he fought with the Danes, he would always have a Dane telling him what to do. Really a good book. The audiobook's amazing. I've never actually read the book, but I don't have time to sit down and read. I just listen while I drive. It's about a 12-hour book. The voice is the guy uses. I forget the guy's name. I'm sorry, but he does an amazing job. Udrin's voice is something that you should definitely listen to. It's hilarious at times. It's intense at times. Very good read. Very good listen. I recommend it highly. So I'll get on to part 2, and then part 3, and part 4, and part 5, part 6, part 7, part 8, part 9, part 10. And I'll probably review some Walking Dead, some of my favorite TV shows, Game of Thrones when it comes back on. I may even go back through and rewatch the episodes of Game of Thrones and then review them one by one. So that'll about do it for this one. I appreciate you all watching. Hit that subscribe button, please. Thumb the video up. And I hope you have a great day. Till the next video. I'm out.